Hello and very warm welcome everyone. This is Marta. Welcome back. My friends, I'm sorry I've been quiet over the last 2 weeks, but it's been a lot and I'm also dealing with some health issues myself. You can hear my voice is a little bit different, but I'm going through some heavy cold. But I wanted to show you this video, my friends, because this is my way of recharging my batteries, getting back on the to my crafty mojo whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I'm feeling I really need to, like, do something for myself. I'm either creating some of the mixed media canvas or some art journal project. So I've decided to show you this one, just something, something different than just a card. I feel like I'm not showing these as often as I would like to, so let me know if this is something you would like to see here on this channel as well. I'm starting from covering the page with the white gesso. This is something I always like to do. I feel that the colors, whatever you use on top of it, they just spread nicely, and it's just something it's something I've started doing, and I'm getting a better result whether I'm using the paints or gelatos or anything like that. I'm having a very cheap set of paints here. This ready mix paints for children, but they do the job. I am not like professional artist. I don't have many like coloring professional supplies, I would say, but these ones, they are doing great here, and for the purpose of the art journaling or mixed media, this is really something, it will go a very long way because they are really cheap. And sometimes you do have to add some extra layers, like with this pink, it didn't have the same good coverage as the orangey one, so I did go over again, like in couple areas, and add some extra paint. But in overall, I'm super happy how it's turned out. It's just it's not gonna be the focal place. It's just the color, something to add the color to my background. Then I'm reaching for one of my stencils, and I have here a brand new jar of this modeling cream from Viva Decor. And my friends, I need to tell you that I already had one the same color jar halfway used, which was lying on my shelf. And when I reach for it today, well, on the day when I was creating this page, this cream, it was just rock hard. It was so dry out that I couldn't do anything, so I had to toss it away. And I just want to let you know, my friends, if you're buying some crafting supplies, please use them up, because all of these wonderful goodies we are creating, we are buying and spending our money on, they tend to dry out, they tend to discolor, change the texture. So you don't want to do that. Rather than buying 50 colors of some products which you're not going to be using them all, buy yourself a 3 or 4 of the things you which and the colors you truly love, and go over and over and over and use them up, because as I've told you about this modeling cream, I've put it on the side, and then when I returned to the packaging, it was just dry hard, and I couldn't even take it out. And here, another thing which I really like to do whenever I have the gessoed surface prepped, I can get my wet wipe and use some gelatos to add some colors. I can either add them directly onto my page, or I could use the stencil, and this way I've created some sort of a pattern on my background. I also have very old text stamp, and I've decided to add a little drop of the red stamping here. And later on, once I added, I thought, oh, that was a little bit too much, but there is a cure. Whenever you're creating some sort of a mixed media art journaling page, there's always a way. If you go overboard with something and you decide, okay, this is way too much, you can always tone it down by adding some drop of the white paint or white gesso just as I'm doing here. I'm just pulling it all back to the background, and this way it's not too much reddish tone. I think it would be looking nicer if I would grab some more like a baby pink color ink, but I wanted to use archival ink because I wanted to have something which is not moving away. Like if I'll add any moisture on top of it, it's not gonna be smearing or going anywhere. Now I am grabbing another stencil, and this is a very cheap texture, like sand texture paste, which I've bought in a discount store. From time to time they do have this art section, and they just put the very inexpensive art products. So whenever I see something I like, I'm just buying it, and this is definitely one of the best buys I had from them. And then again, one thing I'm not showing, this is obviously edited portion of the video, in between those layers, whenever I add this a texture paste or modeling cream, I am giving them time to dry out. So it's not like I'm just putting it through the stencil and then I'm going to the next step, because you're gonna be ruining your picture. So you need to make sure that all your stages or your like texture paste is dry before you move on. And here again, for one more time, I'm adding this white gesso just to push all the background down to the so it's not gonna be as pop up as on the first place. And here I really do a little bit regret that I didn't do that wall element like on the central portion of the card as well, but this is something I've just noticed that I could do now when I'm doing the voiceover. And this is actually one thing I haven't been talk about a lot, my friends. This is one of the way I've noticed I'm improving myself as a crafter, because whenever I'm doing the card and then I'm editing my own videos, I can see clearly step by step. I'm looking on myself, what I'm doing, how am I doing this, give me this chance to rethink twice and take even more lessons from what I am creating. So if any one of you is ever wondering, shall I start my YouTube channel, shall I start recording some sort of the videos, it doesn't have to be on the YouTube, you can do the Instagram reels or whatever like you prefer. But if you ever had this thought of starting your own channel, this is definitely something I am recommending you, because I've learned so much over this journey. I've been doing the crafts for 10 years, but the last 2 years I'm doing the YouTube channel. This is actually where I've noticed I'm just improve myself the most. Now I have a couple of the elements. This is some of the flowers and butterflies which I had from the elements to cut from the crafty clock company. This is a company I used to work in their design team for 3 years, and now I've decided to move on to pursue something else, which I hope I'll be able to share with you really, really shortly. But I still have plenty of the craft clock elements, so I love the paper, I love their design, so I'll be definitely using them, and you're definitely gonna be seeing them in my creation on this channel too. I'm using this medium gel to adhere all these elements, and I really, really like that this is kind of is sealing the elements for me. I'm not only adding this gel on the back side of my elements to glue them down, but I'm also covering them on the front. And this is a very, very helpful and good thing to do, because later on, whenever you're gonna be adding something on top of your elements, your paper is protected. It gives this really, really thin cover up surface, like you would use some glossy accent or some clear embossing or something like that. However, the medium gel I have is a matte finish. You can decide whether you want to have a glossy, more shiny surface, but I really like the matte finish because it's almost invisible later on. And then I am making sure everything is dry. I'm using my heating tool in between every single step. And the trick here, my friends, to not get your page warp is to move your heating tool very, very quickly. Do not press the heat in one place. You just want to wave your tool not too close to your card, so this way your page will stay straight. I am cutting off all of the bits which are sticking outside, and then I'm gonna be adding a little drop of the color. I've decided to create myself some sort of a framing, some sort of the outer edge, and here again I've made another mistake. Well, I would not say mistake, but sometimes we just think like something will be a good idea, and once we finish it's just like, oh no, I really regret I did that. I like the blue color tones which are on the outside, but in a few places I think I went a little bit too dark with the color. I should reach for one tone lighter paint, but as you can see here on the corner, I just did like, no, it's too much. But luckily, my friends, I am able, once the paint is still wet, I am able to go over with my white gesso back again, and then add a little bit more white color just to make it a little bit lighter. And then one more thing I can do, my friends, because I have all my elements covered with this medium gel, now I am able to take my wet wipe, and I can clean up all those elements which I think I shouldn't be covering, and the paint is just coming off very, very easily, and now it only stays in those little like grooves from the embossing paste, from the texture paste, and I am able to clean up those flowers and just bring them back into the surface, like they're much more visible. So this is something I recommend you to do if you're unsure any steps. Should you do this or that? Definitely add some layer of the medium gel on top of your elements, and this way you will be able to reverse if some of the steps you're not gonna be happy, like I was with this blue paint. Definitely able to reverse it, so I could clean up those flowers. Now I am adding my sentiments. I've choose 3 of those chipboard quotes, again from the Craft O'Clock company, and I am just using the same medium gel. You could use the hot glue as well. This is something I had on my hand, and my page is basically ready. I'm gonna finish it off by adding some splatters, and for that I cover up the sentiment with the washi tape, so they're not gonna get dirty. And I am following by adding a few splatters with this white gesso, and also with this blue Aladdin easing spray I have. And that's basically it for my today's video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Would you like to see more of this type of creation on my channel as well, or no? I am wishing you all the best, my friends. Stay blessed, and I hope you all good, safe, and healthy, and I will get back to you with another video very, very shortly. I hope I will get rid of this cold, so I'm not gonna sound as as weird voice as I'm doing now. And the last thing I forgot to say, I'm finishing off by adding some pearl nouveau drops, but I'm making sure they stay really, really flat. So this was my page. Thank you so very much for watching my videos, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing to my YouTube channel. This really helps me out as a creator. Thank you so very much for your kindness, my friends. Stay blessed, and bye bye.